Hey everyone, and welcome to the first episode in the Falling for Yourself series. I hope that you're all having a great fall so far, and if you haven't already, be sure to go pick up my workbook. There is 2-day shipping on it, so be sure to pick it up so then you have it for the next episode, or you could pause here, go buy it, wait a couple days, and then come back to watch this episode because we're going to be filling this out together. Yes. Last time, during my first go-around with the Spring into Action series, I kind of did it beforehand, and it was just kind of like lecture-ish. So we're actually going to fill this out together. It's going to be really, really fun. I am going to speed up, like, decorating and writing and such, but other than that, it's going to be all filled out together. This is what the second workbook looks like. I'm very proud with the design of Falling for Yourself, just like falling. There was an error though that happened. This was supposed to be my name, but that's okay. I kind of like having the small and the big there, and then this is what the back of it looks like. And I'll read to you guys what it says here on the back. So it says, in this workbook you can expect to, but not limited to, learn several different positive activities for yourself to do when you have alone time. Explore learning more about yourself and your personality and your purpose. Begin to forgive yourself for your past mistakes. Allow yourself to trust in your judgment. Motivate yourself to accomplish your goals. And learn better ways to take care of yourself. With all this in mind, let's love ourselves. And a little bit about me here at the bottom with my picture. And yeah, but yeah, this book is all about loving yourself, so it's very different than the last workbook, but at the same time, same kind of layout as the last one. I want to make it all kind of the same, but without further ado, let's get into the workbook itself. So we have our typical introduction page that I seem to always include in all of my workbooks. So let's see what it says here. Introduction. Hi everyone, welcome to my little world of self-love in a book. Hope you enjoy it here and love yourself unconditionally. In this workbook, we will be outlining some of the things I suggest you do in order to love yourself each and every day. Side note, this does not need to be used only in the fall. I say that in all my workbooks. They're just called that because it's kind of like my season series of workbooks that I'm doing. So even though it says Falling for Yourself, you don't have to just do this in the fall time. You could do this any time of year, but it just so happens to have fall in the title. That's right, you can use this workbook during whatever season it may be that you are reading this. I just really liked the catchy name and I'm releasing it in the fall time. This is your book, journal, or whatever you want to call it. Do what you feel is right to start this journey we will go through together. These are the main lessons we will be going through together in this book. Spend time with yourself, know yourself, forgive yourself, trust yourself, motivate yourself, and take care of yourself. So today we're just going to be focusing on spending time with yourself. P.S. Doodle and draw on each cover page and send pictures to my Instagram. And then this is pretty much the same as the back cover. So yeah, let's get into this. So yes, I have updated the doodles and such, as you can see with this girl here. But before we do that, I am going to doodle this page for you guys, so you guys will see a time lapse of me doodling this. Feel free to doodle along with me if you have the workbook with you, and let's get started. did kind of like a red theme here, but I just put some hearts. I did put learn something new, love yourself, and then I also put recharge your mind, body, and soul. And then I also did try to stay offline, because it's always super important to try to stay offline while you spend time with yourself. I mean, yes, there is times where you want to have your phone there to just, text people or just scroll through Instagram. But when it comes to actually spending time by yourself, I feel like personally that should include staying offline as much as possible, whether it's going outside and just staying offline and just doing some artwork, or going for a walk, just listening to music, something to just like stay offline, So let's move on to the first little journal prompt here. So we have this little girl here, and I don't know, I put this doodle here in my workbook because of the fact that I've been so into lo-fi music, and she kind of reminds me, when I was doodling her, it reminds me of, like the kind of lo-fi girls that you would see on YouTube for those lo-fi playlists. So I don't know, I really like their vibe of just spending time with themselves, just studying or listening to music. So I decided to put my own little doodle here of a girl just chilling by herself. So yeah, but benefits of alone time: sparks creativity, recharge yourself, build mental strength, an opportunity to plan out your life, increases productivity, and you get to know yourself better. I feel like that this is super important, so because of that I'm putting like a heart next to the things that are super important. So yeah, and then like a star next to the activities. So do you recharge yourself from being alone or when you're around other people? So I'm going to write out my response, and then I'll share with you guys what I wrote afterwards. So I wrote as a response, I said, I spelled personally wrong. Personally recharge from being alone. When I'm surrounded by other people, I do feel refreshed and it's a mood booster. However, alone time allows me to relax in my own space. My room is like a charging port for me and my brain. So I kind of think of like my room as like one of those like wireless chargers that we have nowadays, and I just kind of sit in my room and it's like I recharge. And sometimes there's points where I'm over recharging, so I try to go outside or spend time with family, stuff like that. Or, video chat my boyfriend or my friends or whatnot, to kind of not overcharge my brain. But at the same time, being alone is like a charging point for me, like for my being in my room and such. So let me know down below or in your workbook what you wrote. Do you recharge from being alone or when you're around other people? Let me know. So next activity, well, before we get to the activity, which I'll put a star next to, I'm going to read off this page. So it says 20 things you can do when you have alone time. Number 1, take a walk while listening to music. Number 2, guided workout class. Number 3, rearrange your furniture. This could be like in your bedroom or in your house in general. Just make sure if you live with your parents or something, making sure that they're okay with it. 4, take yourself out to eat. Or another thing you could do is you can order yourself takeout too. So that's another one. 5, meditate. 6, play solitaire. 7, take a bath or shower. 8, go for a long drive if you do drive. I do not personally drive, but even just sitting in the back of the car and just window watching or whatever is super soothing. 9, deep clean your home. 10, visit a cafe. I know that this is difficult right now with 2020, but I put this in here just for the future's sake. I definitely want to visit more cafes in the future, so I put that in there as like a future sake type of thing. But yeah. 11, take yourself out shopping. Again, very difficult to do right now. However, I do suggest doing like, online shopping and stuff right now. 12, get crafty and artsy. 13, write a story or journal. 14, read a book. 15, watch a show or movie. 16, solo dance party. I love solo dance parties. Or sometimes I pretend to be like a DJ sometimes at like one of those like raves or like Coachella or whatever. 17, build a blanket fort. 18, do random acts of kindness. 19, cook or bake for yourself or others. And 20, listen to a podcast or learn something new. So, with that in mind, the activity is make your own list here of alone activities to do when you have alone time. Also, schedule when you have alone time in your planner or calendar. So I definitely need to do this. But I'm going to write out my list here, and I'm going to like write a little note down here of when my alone time is, just so then you guys know, and for future reference when I want to look back at these workbooks, what I wrote in here, I could be like, oh, that's when I had alone time, and then the future might be different depending on my life circumstances. So, anywho, I'm going to make my list. So while I do this, you guys can make your own list of your own alone time activities. Alright, so this is my list that I wrote out. So basically my list reads, do a tarot reading. Oh, you guys actually can't see that. Do a tarot reading, order yourself takeout, do some research, work on my codes journal, write poetry, write a love letter to myself, color, make a dream/mood board, do some yoga, donate some clothes, doodle, make some new TikToks, sticker bomb something, create a friendship bracelet, binge watch YouTube videos, make a new or update Spotify playlist, watch a Skillshare class, work on a puzzle, work on my journals, update my Amazon wishlist, declutter my phone, email, or social media, clean/reorganize my room, write a letter to my future self, I missed, play a video game, and sit outside/on my porch. And my alone time is typically Sunday afternoons when my family watches football and whatnot, and every single day from like 4 to 6 is when I like to be like my actual alone time, besides like working on schoolwork or working on YouTube stuff. Like whenever like basically I get to do whatever I want from 4 to 6, I tell myself anyways. And the last section here for today, learning by yourself. I am a huge believer that no matter what age you are, you can still learn new things even on your own. The type of learning I am talking about is more of leisure learning rather than going to college or university. Excuse me. If college is for you, go for it. This section is for everyday learning, like when you want to learn a skill or a language. Benefits for learning by yourself. You can go at your own pace, you can learn things in your own way, and you learn more about yourself. And these are some resources that I put for ways that you can just kind of like learn, a new skill or a language. You can use Udemy, Khan Academy, Skillshare, Coursera, YouTube, and documentaries. And I'm actually going to put a heart next to the resources. And also, what do you want to learn about? Why do you want to learn about it? So I'm going to make my little list of things I want to learn about, and you can tell me in the comments or tell me what you wrote in your workbook, what you want to learn about and why you want to learn about it. So these are the top 3 things that I want to learn about currently, and just whenever I have, free time to, learn something new. I want to learn how to create a business because I want to create my dream business called Star Sketch. And yeah, where I can like sell art products and my workbooks on, and my future like other books that I want to, and where people can go to get my services for future, therapy art sessions. So it's kind of like an all-in-one place. So I kind of want to learn how to create a business. I also want to learn how to save money. So like save money for the future, an apartment, and my forever house, and for future travel, because I feel like I'm a spender, and as much as I love being a spender, I do want to learn how to save money effectively and appropriately. So that is definitely something I want to research, and just overall art therapy, because I do want to become a therapeutic art coach. I am currently certified as a therapeutic art life coach, but I want to further my certification by doing other things like creating the workbooks, some of my online art groups that I have currently, and stuff like that. But I want to just do more research on that. So that is today's section that we are focusing on. Our next episode of Falling for Yourself will be on Friday, so make sure you stick with that. I also want to announce in this video that I will now be putting out, as you can see, today is Monday. I am now going to be putting out videos all of November on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So make sure you look out for that when you see a new video by me. Because I didn't want November to just be all about the Falling for Yourself series. I also wanted to include other videos. So on Wednesday's video, it'll be something different. But then on Friday, it'll be back to Falling for Yourself. And then basically every Monday and Friday, there's going to be a Falling for Yourself series episode up until the 20th. And then on the 23rd and the 27th of this month, the last 2, Monday and Friday, will be different videos. So keep an eye out for that. And without further ado, I am going to go. I hope that you guys enjoyed this first episode of the Falling for Yourself series. And I'll see you guys all on Wednesday with a new video. Bye everyone!